happy Monday. As you can see in back of me, I have stem bins. I am so excited to put those up and get them started. I hope everyone's having a great start of the week. I am happy it's Monday. I have to say though, it's been a little bit of a rough patch this Monday starting off. We started with testing trials, and testing trials are no fun. My students came in ready to begin the day, and then they found out they have to do testing trials. So that was a little bit of a rough start. So we tried to do our best for the remaining of the day, and it's been a little bit hard. But behind me I have my stem bins, and I am so excited to have those in the classroom. A awesome mom came to help me, and she also donated a little portion of it to get some of those things ordered, and so that we could put into the stem bins and my students are able to use them. I'm going to set them up in the classroom. I'm really excited to have that, and then tomorrow morning I think I'm going to talk about how to use them and when to use them, when are they available and open for my students, and then hopefully they enjoy it and just have fun with it really. But I'm going to go ahead and set that up. It is the end of the day and I'm sitting on the yoga ball right now just kind of relaxing and getting myself together because it was a long day. So I am going to go ahead and put those stem bins up. I haven't really quite decided where yet in the room I want them. I do want them visible and have like space around it, so that way when they do take them out they have some area, or they go to an area that has space and available for them to use. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those set up. We'll see how it turns out. So I kind of finished here. I don't feel like I'm done yet. It's not quite the setup that I want just yet, but this is what it turned out. And I used the bins on the side. I didn't have enough room, so I had to put them on here on the side. I hung up the task cards, and on the other side the writing portion of it. So it's these, construct a bridge, and I just used the hangers on there. Haven't quite decided where I'm gonna put these yet. I do want to use the half size journals to for my students to work on these, and so I want to find a place to have that out for while they're here. And yeah, I think so far I'm gonna leave it like this for now until maybe in a couple days when I have a new bright idea as to how I want to set that up and how I want that to be in the classroom. But I think for now I'm just gonna leave it like this and then come back to it when I have a better idea of the setup, because it kind of goes into my things over here and I don't really like to see a lot of clutter. So I feel like I have a little bit of organizing to do here, but I'm gonna leave it like that for now, and I'm going to head out because it is time to go, and then I'm going to see where I'm gonna put this all up to. Then I'm gonna see tomorrow where I'm gonna put this all up, but I will see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, good morning. It is Tuesday now and I'm back in the classroom. Yesterday I left pretty tired and I feel like I got a lot done, and I'm looking at it now, my STEM bins area, and I do like it. There might be some tweaks and that I want to get done to it, and maybe just make it a little bit more comfortable in that area, so that it's a spot they want to go to when they want to do their creating and imagining in that area. So I'm really excited. This morning we came rushing in to get ready to go to special, so I don't think they even noticed it, but I do like it. I might do a little bit of changes, but not too much. This morning we do have assembly we have an award assembly, and I have to get that ready. I do have my certificates done. I used a previous template before and apparently I had to change it, so now I'm using a different one that I found on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I liked it. I got it from The Kinder Life by Amy McDonald, and I like it because it has different grades. So it's actually an end of year award, a graduation excellence certificate, graduation excellence certificates, and it goes from, I believe, kinder all the way to 4th grade or 5th grade. So it's kind of nice that it has those different certificates, but then at the bottom of those she also offers the reading, the writing, the some kindness awards. So I used those templates, and at the end of the year I'll probably just use the 4th grade certificates as well. So I think I'm gonna check out the rest of her things from the Kinder Life, because I really like these certificates, so I got to check out the rest of her store. But this morning I'm gonna get that finished, and I need to check their work from last night. We had a math review. Later this week we're gonna be doing our math test, so we have quite a bit to review, and I am using the template that the Pocket Full of Primary has, and it's, oh, you can see it behind me, and it's the trash ball. So I'll have to go ahead and edit the slides to fit my questions, and then we'll probably play this tomorrow or Thursday. If you haven't checked out my video from when I did a basketball theme review game in a previous video, you probably should go check it out. It was a lot of fun. This time I'm not planning to do, I don't have the hoop anymore, so I do have a ball. I actually have two, nope, just one, because this, well, I guess this one could count, but this one's like a lot lighter, so this probably wouldn't work so great. But I do have this ball, but I don't have a hoop, and if I order it on Amazon, I won't get it for another several weeks. So probably should order it now though for our next or future game reviews. But I'm gonna go ahead and use a trash can and use the ball, and we'll play trash get ball. I really like this template. I'm very excited to use it. I'm hoping that my students enjoy it too, and and we'll get to play it and review. I gave them their review page, and I'm hoping that they did well and they were able to do it. Yesterday we played a multiplication and division a Jeopardy game, and they were really struggling. So I think maybe because it was Monday, I don't know, but we need to go ahead and do some more practice. I really want them to do well on this test. They absolutely have a big confidence boost whenever they do well, so I really want to be able to give them that opportunity to show what they know and really show their skills. So I feel like this is something that we really need to do, review, so that we really master these skills. But I'm gonna get going. I need to do some planning, make some copies, and then get started on this day. See you guys later. So I just got home, and look who is with me. Little guy, little baby. And I was able to get a couple things for Valentine's. I was so excited that they had Valentine's decorations and all this good stuff. For the classroom, I'm gonna putting these really cute pillows. You rock. Isn't that cute, baby? It says you rock, and then this one says sweet pea. I liked these a lot. And just some other stuff I got was a kitchen towel, and it just says love always. And I got this banner. It says be mine, and I was kind of debating whether I wanted to put it up here in the house or I wanted to put it in the classroom. And it looks like this, be mine. So I might put it up in this empty space over here. I have quite a bit of empty space, and I thought it might go well right there. This was my favorite. It is a hanging wood board, and I love you more than sweets and candy. I thought it was so cute. And I'm gonna put this up. So I thought this went really well together. This and yeah, baby, and the banner. So I want to put them together. I thought they went really well. And I also got these really cool cups. I think they're pretty cool. They're plastic, and they're champagne flutes. I thought they were just the cutest. I was thinking that I could encourage parents to go and grab one set and see how. I only have 12 students, so that on Valentine's Day we could use these for our class. And I've just sent out my Valentine's party letter today. I'm going to be doing a 50s theme, so I'm really excited about that. And I have given the students choice to either do a sundae or they can do a root beer float. And this would be really cute to go in the root beer float. And then I got my favorite candies, which are the Jolly Rancher lollipops. Here at home, I have decorated these on the table, and they have the candies that have words on them. I thought this was cute, and I also bought some for my classroom because I'm going to be doing a creative writing with it. I want them to. We are doing an opinion. We are doing an opinion piece this week, so I thought that would be a really great creative writing prompt to do in the morning, given that they are doing opinion writing. So I got some other stuff in the mail. I'm so excited. I got new yoga balls and some items to put in my into the STEM bins. And yeah, so I'm gonna get going because look at this little guy. He is ready to roam around the house. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello, happy Wednesday. It's finally the middle of the week, and today I'm actually having an observation, one of my formal observations. And guys, I don't really get nervous anymore. Mainly I really just do what I do every single day. So I don't really focus on doing something extraordinary, different. I just go with what I do every day, how I do it, how I present to my students, really communicate to them that if we have a visitor in the classroom, they should be on their best behavior there. And I explain to them that their attitude and how they participate, what they do in the classroom is really a reflection on them as to how they're growing in my classroom, how much information they're intaking, and how much knowledge they're using and putting forth that effort in fourth grade. So I don't really do anything different. I'm going to be observed in reading, so I'll have my presentation open and we'll follow through with it. We'll do our annotating. We'll be doing some grammar skills, focusing on the text evidence part of it. And I posted on my Instagram the PowerPoint I use, but I can definitely share it with you guys. I am really happy that I'm using it because it has been a great resource for my parents. Now, because we're on an island and when you leave for weeks at a time. Most students leave for 2 weeks at a time. The minimum is 1, and then there's a possibility you won't get back in time. So more than likely they go for 2 weeks at a time. For example, I just had a student that was out for 4 weeks. So these PowerPoints are very useful because they can excuse me, they can open them up in our class website and they can follow along with us, and so that when they get back they won't be as behind. So that has been a really great tool in my classroom. My parents have really appreciated how much they can see and view and what they're doing in the classroom in every day. So I don't have it per day because what I explained to my parents is that I go through the PowerPoint, through the slides, but I more than likely will get behind on some days, so there's not a specific order. Like every Monday we do this, every Tuesday we do this. So I go through it as we progress through the week. Some days we'll run out of time, so I'll pick up wherever we left off. But this is what it looks like. Let me show you guys. This was what I presented at the beginning of the week. We are on week 3, so our essential question is still the same. We go through the essential question and it is the same for all 3 weeks. Then I talk about the genre that we're going to be reading. On week 3, we have the same genre for the same short read. I talk about the author's purpose and I give them a little bit of background information about the story, and that's why I've included the actual author. I've included the movie of Black Beauty, and then the text that we're reading with the author's name. So I give them a little bit of background information, get them excited about reading something that is also in visual presentation, and what our purpose is, what the author's purpose was in writing this as well. Then I talk about vocabulary and spelling, and we go through the pattern and what the words might be, and we have to look for these words as we're reading the text, and later on we apply the context clues to figure out what our vocabulary words mean. And then I talk about grammar skills, and then this would be our Monday lesson. So now we dig into the book, we build, reflect, and write on this past week. That was on Monday. And then we go into our annotated text. So that is basically it. We go through every single day. For example, today we're going to be doing, I went too far. Today we're going to be doing this page, which is our grammar skills and applying it within the text. And since it is annotating a close read, we will be rereading the text in paragraph 6 of the story. And then I also included their I can statement here, what they'll be able to do. And I really like that because I get to go back and focus on that during my lesson. So that's what I have for reading today. And then for writing, for my writing lesson, I have something a little bit different. I really don't follow too much of the curriculum. I follow the skill and the process that they need to be doing, but I have my own rhythm and how I present the genre writing to them. And this week we're focusing on opinion writing, as you kind of saw it at the end of that PowerPoint. But this week we focus on, or this past 3 weeks we've been focusing on opinion writing, and I follow the Oreo. And I really like this Oreo because it helps them remember. And I also found a really cool video on how to remember opinion writing, how they go through opinion, reasons, examples, restate your opinion, and it's just a fun wrap. But this is the way I teach writing, and I've made a anchor chart for my class. This is the anchor chart, and later on this week when they do some independent writing, I will be giving them Oreos to eat with their writing as they write their first draft. And then I did talk about how opinion states the topic, reasons gives more information about supporting our opinion, the examples giving details to support back to the opinion, and then we're restating the opinion. And at the bottom I've just wrote some examples of what they might use as they start their writing piece. But that's our anchor chart that I'm going to use. I refer back to this every time. I refer back to this as we're engaging in our writing piece, and I have a template that I use to teach the writing, and it's just a what is it called? It's just a template that I use for them to write into, and I go through it with them. Let's see, let me grab it. It looks like this, and we go through this writing template before we get into the actual draft of it, and they'll be writing their draft on another sheet of paper once they finish the graphic organizer. So I really want them to think about the whole process and be able to apply all of the Oreo, the O, the R, the E, the O again, and before they get into writing their first draft. So they got to fill out their organizer. Now, I have a mentor text that I use, and I'm using fairy tales, the two fairy tales, and the one we're using right now is a witchy witch. So I show them the text, I show them how we read it together, and because the whole point in this is for them to find that text evidence and be able to identify it so that they are able to form an opinion about it. Their opinion topic is different, but I use the mentor text as an example so that they understand how is it that in a story form is it that they're explaining their opinion, showing the reasons, and being able to support those with reasons and examples, the opinion. So this text shows it very well, and it talks about how at the beginning the writer begins with a clearly stated opinion. Then it goes on to say in that first part of the introduction the reasons as to why that opinion was stated. Then in the next part of the text they talk about how they show the evidence. So essentially that's what I want my students to do, to be able to state their opinion and reasons at the first introduction of their writing, which is in that O part, and then later on tell me why they feel that way, and the examples, which would be the details that support the reasons. I actually want them to do research to be able to give me an example, so they'll be able to refer back to a source. This data shows that more people wanted this, so I actually want them to do research on their reasons, and then we'll talk about restating the opinion probably later on this week, but today we're focusing on reasons and examples. I did find a really engaging video, which is from Teaching Without Frills, and I like this because they're in episodes. So the episodes show each of the writing pieces. So we have here, there's the opinion revising, and I like that each of them have the episode. So we'll do revising, and then there's the editing one, editing video, but she goes through all of the pieces with them, even beginning at episode 5 is what we're going to do today, with reasons and examples. But that's what I have for my lesson today in ELA, and then tomorrow hopefully is a new day and we're able to apply some more of that writing. I really want them to get done with this writing piece by the end of the week. That way all we'll have to do next week is type it, and I can put that in a center. But I'm gonna get going. It is end of lunch and I have some teaching. Hello friends, happy Friday. Thank goodness it is Friday. I am so tired. It's been a great day, but I really need this weekend to relax. I'm so excited. Tomorrow there's a craft fair here, and we're gonna get to look at some of the things that the locals have made, and so that's really exciting. Sitting at my library because I was kind of going through it and looking at what books I have, playing some music, and just kind of organizing myself because I'm putting out books that that have to do with the Black History Month, and also having back here some energy books because my focus in science is energy. So I'm putting out my books and making sure that everything's ready for next week, just kind of getting that done and seeing what I need to do around the classroom that doesn't have to do with planning and PowerPoints and all that. So I'm doing that, and I do have a lot of books actually that the librarian gave me, or the information specialist is what we call our person at the library, but he gave me a lot of books on with the focus on Black History Month. So that was really great. I'm so excited. I saw my students really engaged, and today was Friday, so we have Flashlight Friday. Let me show you some pictures of that. So great. I love it when they're so motivated to read, and I even show them too by me reading a book and modeling to them that reading can be fun, we can dive into a book and really enjoy it. So let me show you some pictures of what my Flashlight Friday looked like today. Happy Friday. Thank goodness it is Friday. I am so tired. It's been a great, just kind of wrapping up my week. I had a good week and some bumps on the road, but I feel like I've gotten through it, and we've done great as a classroom community and building our relationships and just helping each other out. We started fractions, yay! And I'm planning our lessons for next week. I did an introduction, which I found a really great video on introducing fractions, but I do want to share with you guys later what I have for when you do fractions. I'll do a whole video on the different things you can do with fractions. I think fractions is I think my favorite part, but of teaching math. But we also have measurement, which is also fun because it's hands-on, and so is fractions. But I'm getting that ready because I really want to be prepared for next week, and there's some things I have to get over the weekend, like pizza boxes. So that's gonna be so much fun. They're gonna be so excited. I'm planning to ask a friend of mine that is Italian, actually. She's pretty amazing. She's been to our class, if maybe she can bring in some pizza after we get our fraction on in fraction math. So I think today overall was great, and I think next week is going to be even better. Next week is Valentine's week, or Valentine's Day, and I do have planned a Valentine's 50s theme party, which is going to be exciting. I have a parent who's coming in to help, so I'm very thankful for that. But I do want to share with you guys, if you're following me on Instagram, I'll be posting pictures of what my classroom theme, 50s Valentine's theme looked like, and that should be fun and exciting. But what my STEM bins look like, I actually just took apart all of their creations for the week, but every day they get to it. Pretty much all my students get to the STEM bins every day, so that's really exciting. It's nice to see them motivated to finish their seat work, finish their tasks that I assign them, so that they get a chance to go to the STEM bins during our math and science rotations. So that's really great to see them really drawn to getting that work finished. So just to catch you guys up on my observation earlier this week, I think it went really well. Funny thing though is that there was a fire drill in the middle of my observation, so it didn't get finished, but my principal is still counting it, so it's not a problem. But it's just kind of interesting how it all ended up to be. My students always do a great job at the fire drill routines and procedures, so I didn't have a problem with that, but it was cut a little bit short. My students haven't gone to finish their opinion writing yet. Today we had a middle of the year assessment, so I wasn't able to give them their Oreos to finish their writing. But hopefully we'll get to finish that on Monday, and then we'll be starting something new for writing, and we'll work on that for 3 to 4 weeks. So I'm excited to see their opinion writing essays. I did assign them to write their first draft because we finished our graphic organizer, and I saw some really great writing pieces. I plan to work in groups with them and pulling together their essay, but I really want to see some work together to compose their essay, and then later on that week I'll assign them to type it up, and then we will share it. So that's an exciting part of writing, because I really want to show my students and help them understand that finishing their writing is also important as beginning their writing, because a lot of my students just kind of like, I'm not done with it, oh well, I'll move on. But I want them to understand that finishing their writing is as important, because they need to be publishing their work, so pulling all those pieces together as part of the writing process. But that's how my observation went, so that was kind of interesting. I don't know if I don't know yet how I did. I plan to have that discussion with the principal and get to hear what his input is on my observation. So we will see. Hopefully everything went well. And earlier this week, actually, we had the superintendent come in. So that was really exciting. He got to observe my classroom and get to see what I do, using all the new skills and the new goals that we have for the school year. So that was really exciting, and he had nothing but good things to say about all of the teachers here. So that was an experience. That was very exciting. Well, friends, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to get out of here. I'm probably going to take some work home. As you can see, I already got my stuff going on, my little pile here. Copies are going to be in a pile. All these things to do for the next week, and I'm going to get home, get some rest, spend time with the family, and be ready for the week to come. It is time to go home and rest and have some me time. If you are a teacher and you are overwhelmed and you have been just piling task after task, make sure you're getting your you time, because it is important to go home, to spend some quality time with your family, for yourself, and really appreciate yourself for doing all the hard work that you put into your classroom. I just wanted to share that with you, because it is important, and it is important to take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, it's very hard to put 100% toward your students. And I think it's important to be 100% when you are here in the classroom, and be here at all times, and so that your students see that as well, how much effort you're putting in. They will also give you the same effort and appreciation of the great teacher that you are, and just making sure that's all possible for your students. Well, I am going to end the video here. I hope something here has sparked your creativity and an overflow of ideas, but I will catch you guys later. I appreciate you guys for watching this video and being with me in my 4th grade classroom, my 4th grade adventures. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. I would so greatly appreciate it. I loved hanging out with you guys and sharing what I do in my classroom. Remember, you are awesome. I will see you guys later. Bye.